Thank you for joining us. Communication, or the lack thereof, is considered by most couples to be their number one problem in their relationship. And it doesn't matter whether or not the conversation is about money or sex or a lack of intimacy together. Communication seems to be quite intense and very stressful for both parties.
Yes, one or both partners complain they just can't talk to the other. They'll say, she or he just won't listen to me. Or, I just keep getting interrupted every time I open my mouth. I can't finish a sentence. In the end, neither partner feels heard or understood, and both parties have negative feelings of frustration or hurt or sadness. And sometimes they're scared. They're scared they can't work it out.
And these negative feelings simmer beneath the surface until the next eruption. The couple continues to turn away from each other and begin to drift further and further apart. And this feeling of disconnection becomes the norm.
Absolutely. So here's what we know: when communication breakdown happens over and over and over again, it begins to erode the very foundation of the relationship. And this is not what couples want. These are not the results. This is not what they signed up for when they stood in front of the minister or the judge and had witnesses anywhere from 2 to 2,000. Um, it's not what they thought they were going to have in their happily ever after.
Now, here's an example of a couple in communication breakdown. We call them couple A or partner A and partner B. Partner A feels frustrated or angry and complains that they can't talk to partner B.
This is because partner B responds to partner A's message with either criticism or blaming or shaming or judgment. Well, partner A doesn't feel heard or understood and counters to partner B with more criticism and shaming and blaming and judging.
Both partners are now flooded with negative feelings, like anger or fear or sadness, for example. And many times the hurtful and angry words that are said in the heat of an argument just simply cannot be taken back.
Yeah, so we just want to repeat again this vicious cycle of what happens. Couples get caught in the web of the interruptions and the complaining and the finger pointing.
And this negative, vicious cycle can go on, anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks to a few months, and even sometimes for years.
For years. And since nothing is resolved, the least little thing could and usually does lead to a reigniting of the vicious cycle of going back and forth, and communication breaks down again.
So the results? Neither partner is feeling very good about the other. Neither partner is feeling very good about the relationship. And this can lead to both partners feeling powerless in order to be able to change and to turn things around in the relationship.
Absolutely. So, so what happens when the couple is stuck in this communication breakdown? Um, there's more distance and there's more disconnection. It does become their way of life.
Now, that's the bad news. Now, the good news is that there is a way for couples to find their way back to each other, even though they may have lost some of the feelings of closeness and connection that they've had because of unrepaired or unrestored fallout from the communication breakdown.
Yes. What we know is that couples who are armed with the right information and the right tools that they implement in the right order at the right time can transform their communication breakdown into a communication breakthrough.
So, how? Well, we have developed a program for couples to guide and support them in a step by step process to do just that.
Absolutely. We are pleased to introduce a sneak peek into the very first steps of that process of communication breakthrough. It's a series, a three-part video series that we call Communication Breakthrough from the Inside Out. Now, this communication video series is designed for men and women who are married, who are engaged, who are seriously dating, even couples who are divorced and considering reconciliation, or couples on the brink of divorce wanting to prevent it.
And since we believe that communication breakthrough begins within, this sneak preview provides a critical first step for each partner, a personal reflection and self awareness. And it really only takes one partner to be able to turn things around.
Yeah, because we're talking about breaking the cycle, and
Yes,
it just takes one partner to do that.
right.
So we're going to describe to you what happens in all three videos. In the first video, we provide an example of communication breakdown with a very specific couple. And we illustrate how we prepare them to take the personal awareness, personal reflection, and self awareness process.
Now, in the second video, we illustrate how we guided the couple in the first video through the personal reflection process.
And in the third video, we guide you, the viewer, through the very same steps for your own personal reflection and self awareness, for the first step for you to take for your communication breakthrough from the inside out.
So we invite you to click here for a front row seat for our complimentary sneak peek three-part video series um, to support you in improving the communication from the inside out in your relationship.
So, I am Melva Thomas Johnson.
And I'm Jesse Johnson.
We'll see you on the other side.